All right, y'all. Let's get this shit cracking. This is the TV Optimist coming to you about Dexter. And wouldn't you know it, I didn't fucking finish reviewing it again. Like I reviewed the first 7 seasons and completely forgot to review the 8th season. So I'm gonna do that now. I'm so fucking pissed. Like why? Let's go. Let's do this shit. Who reviewed this anyway? I didn't even erase their name, did I? Probably did. Let's get this shit cracking. What's bracking, y'all? Dexter, Season 1. Based on the novel Darkly Dreaming Dexter. I've heard so much about this one, I'm actually nervous to see if the hype is real. So all I knew about this before starting it was Dexter Morgan, our protagonist, is a splatter analyst for the Miami Metro Police Department who also happens to be a serial killer. So dope. I learned he also works alongside his sister, Deborah, who's a beat cop for now, but aspires to be a detective. Favorite episode, Dexter. While the whole season was fantastic, I gotta admit, the first episode blew me away. Right out of the gate, only having the little bit of info I knew, I was hooked with Dexter's first crime scene investigation that we see anyway. Dexter shows up, and there's his body with all limbs severed, but absolutely no blood anywhere, not even in the body. It's fascinating, from Dexter's amused, surprised expressions to the crime scene itself. Now there's this story set up in front of us where we're somehow immediately connected, like, fucking how even? I love this first season, and I think this is going to be a great show. And it was. Yeah, the Trinity Killer was the one. Uh, was it the Trinity Killer or the Ice Truck Killer? Yeah, it's the Ice Truck Killer, not the Trinity Killer. Oops, that comes later. Um, yeah, there's a Trinity Killer, is the one that's killing everyone, and then like he even has like a puppet delivered to him that has severed limbs everywhere. And it's like, huh? I don't know. And he's really fascinated with it. Um, and the way he does his killings is so cool. He fucking has everything strung up, plastic everywhere. He's killing people. Like he's severing limbs. He's doing different kinds of killings, and he does it in a way where he can wrap all the plastic up. He can do it. He wears gloves. He wears a mat. He does everything that he can to learn to do this, and he learns it because of his father, um, who is his fuck what? Where's James Remar? His father Harry, I think his name is. Yeah, Harry Morgan. His father, and he's always in his head too, telling him what to do. Um, it's Harry's code. It's his dad was a detective as well. Was a part of the police force, and when he finds out his adopted son is killing people because of something that happened to him as a kid. The ice truck killer in this first season is revealed to be Brian Moser, his real life brother, Dexter's actual fucking brother. They witnessed their mom being killed or whatever, and it traumatized them from a young age to grow up and become the men that they were. The difference is Brian Moser kills people, and it's fun for him, and he just lets loose. Dexter was trained by Harry to kill only bad people. Just kill bad people. Never kill anyone that's good. And whenever he feels the urge to kill someone, he really wants to fucking kill somebody. He goes and he looks up a pedophile. He looks up somebody that murdered somebody. He looks up all these people, and he does so much research and intricate shit because he's in the police force. It's perfect. Look up all that stuff. He can kill somebody. Perfect. Fucking perfect. Season 2. Shit. So huge first season for shit. So huge season for this show. First season for the show. Even with the little knowledge I had, it still managed to suck me in and explode my mind. At the end of the last season, we learned that Dexter and his brother Brian Moser saw their mother murdered in a storage container. Also, Brian was the one behind the ice trick killings, and he dated Dexter's stepsister, Deborah, to get closer to Dex. Dexter had to make a choice, and he chose Deborah, killing Brian, while also severing ties with possibly the only person who actually understood him, literally. So how in the hell was this season going to top the last one? Well, the thing about Dexter is he dumps his victims along the Bay Harbor, which is fine until his burial ground is discovered by divers. Soon, the Bay Harbor Butcher is the FBI's #1 target, and Dexter is freaking the fuck out. On top of that, his girlfriend Rita suspects Dexter set up her ex-husband by planting drugs on his person. Dexter admits he did, but won't explain how. She guesses it's because he's an addict too. Having no other explanation, he lies that he's an addict. Starts going to Narcotics Anonymous classes and meets Leela Turnay, who offers to be a sponsor. Fuck so much, or Lila Turnay, who offers to be a sponsor. Fuck, so much is going on this season, and Lila ends up becoming. She's crazy too. She's fucking nuts. I think she's the villain. And he starts cheating on Rita with Lila, which is really fucked up. I really liked Rita. Favorite episode, The British Invasion. I don't know if I'd say the season was better than the first, because damn, that's a hard season to top. But I did enjoy this season a lot. There were a lot more. I guess I'd say, annoyances with the season, but they never made me want to give up on the show. I'm too hyped for the next season. I can't wait to see how they try to top this one. Yeah, the annoyances being that he cheated on Rita, and yeah, but it is pretty funny that she caught him, and then it's pretty funny. So the last season left off on a good note with Dex killing that annoying British bitch Lila, and eluding capture, going for it as the Bay Harbor Butcher. He travels. She escapes. She goes into her hotel room. She closes the door and sees that it's all covered in plastic wrap. And oh fuck, and then he kills her. That's great. That's a great finale. At the start of the season, there's a new serial killer, the Skinner, whose name pretty well sums up his crimes. After killing a man named Oscar Prado in self-defense, Dexter has drawn unwanted attention from his brothers. District Attorney Miguel Prado and Detective Ramon Prado. He then gets caught after killing someone by Miguel, who then shows great interest in Dexter's sick hobby. Oh yeah, also we get a new character named Joey Quinn, who's kind of a dick. He's Deborah's new partner, and they butt heads a lot while trying to avoid all that crazy sexual tension between them. Oh yeah, also Rita's pregnant, holy shit. Favorite episode, Do You Take Dexter Morgan? The finale is the best episode this season, with a huge climactic kill along with Dexter and Rita's wedding. This season was even better than the last one, which had its annoying moments, but so I'm hoping it stays like this. I have faith that I'll enjoy it regardless. Oh boy, it gets way more fucking annoying. Yeah, Miguel Prado, he wants to be trained by Dexter. Dexter does it, and he coaches him, and Miguel does his kill. He's like, and it's very fucking weird. It's almost sexual. But Dexter loves being a teacher and loves that he can pass on his knowledge to somebody else, and they can kill people for good. Now he has a partner. This is great. But then Miguel starts killing and doing what Dexter did without his consent, and he's like, you can't fucking just kill anybody. You have to kill bad people. Like, this person was bad. He was messing with me, and then he ends up killing Miguel. Bam. So last season was pretty crazy, with Dexter dispatching first Miguel Prado and then the Skinner. Also, he had that baby on the way. Now, 3 months later, he and Rita's given birth to their new son, Harrison. Now he's Harrison. I work with Harrison. Oh, I know. Now he's got to juggle family life with work and his murders, which is proven to be quite the challenge. Testing him even more as a Trinity killer, Arthur Mitchell, a killer who kills in threes and then moves to a new city. 30 years after starting in Miami, he's back, and Dexter plans on stopping him. Also joining him, though, is Special Agent Frank Lundy, newly retired from the FBI, so he's not as much of a threat as before. Favorite episode, The Getaway. This season was so damn good. Oh man, I haven't been into Dexter since the first season. John Lithgow's portrayal as the Trinity Killer was so damn captivating. It breathed fresh new life into this murderous series. And fuck me, that finale. Holy shit, I was blown away with how much it shocked me. I can't wait to see how they top themselves. What happened in season 4 that shocked me? Yeah, John Lithgow plays the Trinity Killer. He's like this old man. You know John Lithgow. Look him up. You'll recognize his face immediately and be like, oh, he's such a nice guy. He's America's dad. He's such a dad guy. And he very much plays that character here, but then you see him kill people and you're like, oh my fucking god. Ew, who the fuck? What the fuck is going on here? How did it, somebody found out, didn't they? And Keith Carradine played Lundy. Oh yeah, it was weird. Lundy and Deborah become a couple. Ooh, he's like an old man. Ooh, I forgot about that. That's fucking disgusting, bro. Chokes him to faints. Bomb shelter. Dexter returns home. Oh my god. Oh no. I fucking forgot about this. No. Oh, I almost started bawling. Oh no. I forgot. Dexter returns and finds a voicemail from Rita. He proceeds to call her back, but is surprised to hear her phone ring in the house. Me and my wife are like, no. And hearing baby Harrison's cries, he races to the bathroom to find Arthur's last victim, Rita, dead in the bathtub, and Harrison bawling in the pool of blood on the floor. And he's now scared that Harrison's going to grow up to be like him. I completely forgot about that shit. He got too careless in trying to take down Arthur, and in doing so, Rita gets killed. Like, he exposes himself to Arthur that he is, in fact, the Bay Harbor Butcher, and that his number is coming up, and then he's like, alright, and he fucking kills Rita. Oh, I forgot all about that. I was like, what happened to Rita again? Did she leave? What happened? Fuck me, dude. Ugh. Season 5. Woo! Last season was tough to say the least. Right after Dexter kills the Trinity Killer, he finds Rita dead in the bathtub and his stud covered in blood, mirroring his own life. Shocking as hell. Perfect irony and plenty of road in front of them. Just where will the writers take the show now? Well, Dexter is obviously left in shock, but can easily hide this being the murderer he is. Also, he's worried about Harrison and if he'll turn up like his dear old dark dad. Dexter eventually gets his head in the game for his first kill after his wife's death, only to have a witness. Enter Lumen Pierce, who was being held in captivity by the guy Dexter killed. It turns out this guy, Boyd Fowler, was in a group with a bunch of rapists, and Lumen was supposed to be their next victim, having escaped them once before. She was the one who got away. But now Dexter's got her, and he agrees to help her get revenge on these men. It's his redemption story after having failed Rita, and fuck, I love this show so much. Favorite episode, the big one. Lumen Pierce is the first person Dexter brings into his world where his dark passenger resides. Is the first person he brings into his world where his dark passenger resides since Miguel Prado, so he's taking a huge chance on her, risking it all. It's what drives the story this time around, and the finale is the perfect cherry on the cake that was this season. It's going to be fun regardless of where the show goes from here. Succeed or fail, it doesn't matter because it's just seeing how the writers try to one-up themselves. That's what makes this show so great. Goddamn right. It's perfect. Perfectly summed up. And he and Lumen do become a thing. Lumen is played by Julia Stiles. $1 Million Pussy changed the rap game. She and him become a thing. She plays the victim really well, but then also the redeemed victim so well. She's not a scared little princess anymore. She ends up killing. And in the excitement with the killing, she gets turned on. Her and Dexter become a thing. He's kind of nervous about moving on from Rita because he did love Rita. And it shows. Like, he really did care about her. Even though he cheated on her, piece of shit. Wow. Fucking... Yeah, and Lumen gets the kill. I think I mentioned the next one. Let's see. Yeah, after she gets the kill, she's done. She doesn't care anymore. She doesn't want to kill anymore. It's like I don't really need this anymore. I'm not gonna turn you in, but I think I should move on. And Dexter's like, oh, okay, and she moves on. Okay, fucking show me the fucking request then. Season 6. After Lumen's departure, Dexter has reacquainted himself quite well to his life as a single father. For the first time in his life, he starts to think about religion, and if he should introduce his son Harrison to it, raising him as a Christian, taking him into church, even though he himself doesn't believe it. Almost immediately upon questioning of this, a number of religiously inspired murders transpire all over town. Favorite episode, This is the Way the World Ends. What an amazing season. They just keep getting better and better. I love the twists and turns throughout the season. I can't wait to see how they top it next time. Where is... There's... Okay. Yeah, James Dokes was a guy. So you guys probably have seen the meme, surprise, motherfucker, that comes from this show. Hilarious. It's so great. James Dokes is the one that says that. He says motherfucker a lot. And he's the only one that's like, I don't like you, Dexter. Motherfucker, you're fucking weird. Something's off about you. And Dexter's like, oh, whatever do you mean? Like, he's just perfectly like, I don't know what you're talking about. And because of that, like because of all that, it's hilarious that he does these things. Like it's hilarious that Dexter gets away with so much. Um, what is her name? Officer LaGuerta, Maria LaGuerta. She's like really flirtatious with Dexter. The fuck, but she also kind of loves James Doe, so that's her like one of her best friends. And he ends up dying in one of the earlier seasons. I think Dexter has to kill him. Like he has to silence him. I think, or somebody kills him, and Dexter gets away with it. Fuck, I forgot. I forgot how he died. I forgot. Um, yeah, I love the twists and turns throughout this season. I can't wait to see how they top it next time. Oh my god, yeah, fuck me. Okay, so that's season. What was that? Season 6. Season 6. And we're gonna talk about the shitty part about season 6. Um, Professor James Geller and his student Travis Marshall, who seek to bring about the end of the world through killings based on the Book of Revelation. They leave signs of the apocalypse, including the Alpha and the Omega and the Four Horsemen, as a cryptic tableau at each crime scene. Meanwhile, Dexter learns of Brother Sam, a former drug addict and murderer who repented to become a minister. He operates a body shop where he employs other ex-convicts to lead them to crime-free lives. And then he ends up becoming killed. Initially believing Sam to be behind the Doomsday Killer murder, Dexter decides to kill Sam, but is quickly proven wrong and finds himself confronting him. However, Brother Sam is murdered by Nick, one of his trusted ex-convicts. Dexter, going against Brother Sam's wish that Dexter should forgive his killer, murders him. This is the Trinity Kill. No, Dexter learns that the Trinity Killer's wife and daughter have been found dead in Nebraska, which Jonah Mitchell reports is the work of his father, Arthur Mitchell. Dexter, the only person who knows the Trinity Killer is dead, suspects that Jonah is following his father's footsteps and goes to Nebraska to kill Jonah, encouraged by a vision of his brother, Brian Moser, the ice truck killer. However, after confronting Jonah, Dexter learns that his sister committed suicide and Jonah killed his mother in a fit of rage and wants to die out of guilt. Dexter decides to forgive Jonah and leaves him alive to deal with his demons. Yeah, okay, Travis Marshall. Yeah, Professor James Geller is played by Edward James Olmos. Most Def played Brother Sam, now known as Yasin Bey. Colin Hanks played Travis Marshall, and then it's revealed that Travis Marshall plays like, oh, I'm so scared. Professor James Geller is his dark passenger. He killed James Geller, had his body like locked up in the church, and yeah, in the finale, Dexter is going to kill Travis, has him tied up and everything in the church, and he's whispering to him and everything. He's like, "Oh, it's gonna be fine," and because I think Travis is like, "I'm gonna kill your sister too." Deborah walks in as he does this and sees Dexter kill him, and then Dexter tries to play like, "I couldn't help myself. I couldn't. I saw a raid. I saw a fit of raid." Then like she's like, "No," and then like she starts thinking about it and like, you've been lying this entire fucking time, haven't you? You've lied this whole time about this shit. You've been a killer. And then it explodes. But there's something that's really annoying about season 6, and we'll talk about that with this one, season 7. So, I forgot to mention the dumbest fucking thing about the show that happened last season that almost ruined this show for me. So, Deborah's been having a shitty go at it with so many horrible things happening in her life that she's finally got therapy. And it was helping. All was well. Until that is, a therapist suggested, aka created a fan fiction, that Deborah was actually in love with her stepbrother Dexter. And Deborah, being in the fragile mental state she's in, actually believes her. For fuck's sake. Well, in the series finale, it seemed we fixed that problem with when Deborah witnessed Dexter kill Travis Marshall in a trademark way. Dexter tries lying his way out of it, and Deborah believes him for a bit, but she's not stupid, so now she fucking hates him. At least we don't have that stupid incest storyline, right? Right? Favorite episode. Surprise, motherfucker. So another thing that happened this season was a Ukrainian mob boss named Isaac Serko came and fucked with the wrong serial killer. Dexter fell for another murderer named Hannah McKay, and Maria LaGuerta started suspecting Dexter as a Bay Harbor butcher who's been having trouble believing her old friend James Doe was actually responsible. So The season was pretty annoying, actually. I thought it'd be better than the incest storyline, but Dexter and Deborah fighting is so damn annoying. I'm starting to see why people hated the ending, and we're only one season away. Here we go. See you guys next time. Yeah, like you would think that she sees her brother killing. She's got a lot of these emotions built up. Um, and the therapist totally fucking shipped these two together. She fucking shipped in her sick, perverse mind. She has a fucking step brother sister fetish, and she's like, maybe you love your brother like more than you think. She's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And she's like, well, you're not blood related, so maybe you've just been in love with him this whole time. What the fuck are you talking about? She's no, no, no. And the only reason they did this is because in real life, these Michael C. Hall and Jennifer Carpenter were dating. So they're like, it's really hard to play brother and sister when you're dating. You shouldn't fucking date the person that's playing your. I don't. And it's like, oh my fucking god, like this is so stupid. And then it ends up becoming Deborah is going through so much bullshit. She leaves her therapist. She doesn't go back. Thank fucking god. But they're in a storage container, and it's her, LaGuerta, and it's Deb, and it's Dex, and they're all there. And Deborah has a gun, and LaGuerta's like, "Shoot Dexter. I know he's your brother, but he's the fucking Bay Harbor Butcher. He's the killer. You have to do it. You have to do it." And Deborah has her gun trained on Dexter. She's going to kill him. She's already told him that she fucking hates him. Turns it on LaGuerta and shoots her. Drops the gun, and walks away. Fucking crazy. Um, fucking. You would think that for a fragile mental state, she's seen death. She's seen stuff. She has PTSD. She has a lot of stuff going on. She gets into drugs. I think the next season is when she's like really like fucking getting coked up and doing fucking hardcore drugs, trying to forget everything and not doing. She's not doing her job anymore as a cop. Um, she and Dex, she's like, because I fucking love you, okay? And like, it's like, what are you talking about? She's like, I'm in love with you. I always have been. I know we're not related. And he's like, oh, okay. And like the way he plays it off is so G. He's just like we can't be together, Deb. Like, you know that. Fucking, oh my god. Jesus Christ. Eighth and final season. This season follows Dexter Morgan, who's forced to deal with his past when he comes across Dr. Evelyn Vogel, an expert on psychiatry who returns to Miami. Nicknamed the Psychopath Whisperer, she claims to have structured the code for him alongside Harry. The season also deals with a new serial killer in Miami who removes pieces of the victim's brains, and with Deborah, who is trying to deal with her actions in the previous season. Okay, let's go down here. Let's see. There's like another guy who joins them. Is it Jacob Elway? Let's see. Andrew Briggs. Sure. There's a guy that joins, and he's another serial killer, and they're thinking about. They think about doing that. El Sapo shooting for the police. Blah blah blah. Let's get to the end. Remember the Monsters is the finale. The series finale, until they announce a new limited series to come later this year. Deborah's rushed to the hospital, and Quinn goes with her. At the airport, Dexter, kills Clayton and escapes after shooting Deborah. Saxon. Yeah, okay, I guess. I don't remember. Oliver Saxon. At the airport, Dexter, Hannah, and Harrison manage to elude Elway, but he's gonna leave with Hannah. Hannah has now become the stepmother of Harrison. Like they really love each other, and Hannah's killed people by poisoning them. She doesn't do the murder thing, and Dexter's about to fucking kill her in like one of the in the last season. He's about to kill her, and then like they start making out and make love on the thing, and he admits he's a murderer, and she's like, yeah, I admit that I've done things that I'm not proud of, and yeah, they just own that shit. And she admits that everyone that she killed had a reason to die. They were all horrible people. but they are forced to leave the airport due to the fake bomb scare that Dexter has rigged. Hannah and Harrison board a bus to the Jacksonville airport, but Elway is waiting for them. Hannah evades Elway and escapes with Harrison. Saxon goes to the hospital with the intention of killing Deborah, but Dexter spots him and he is arrested by Angel. I think it's Angel Batista. After a successful surgery, Deborah suffers a massive stroke from a blood clot, leaving her brain dead. Later, Dexter meets Saxon in his cell and provokes him to stab him with a pin. Dexter retaliates and kills him by puncturing his carotid artery with a pin. Angel and Quinn question Dexter about Saxon's killing, and although they suspect what really happened, conclude that Dexter acted in self-defense. Dexter returns to the hospital during the evacuation and takes Deborah off life support. He takes her body out to sea and drops it in the water. Once her body is gone, Dexter drives his boat into the hurricane in an apparent suicide attempt. A few days later in Buenos Aires, Hannah reads of Dexter's death. However, Dexter is revealed to have faked his death and is now living under an assumed identity, working for a lumber company in Oregon. People hated this ending. People hated this fucking... The majority opinion was negative. I feel like... I don't know what my wife thought about it. I think she said that she didn't really care for it either. I love this finale. I fucking love it. People hate series finales, right? But here's the overall theme of the very last episode of Dexter until we get that limited series. When he goes in there with Quinn, who has fallen in love with Deborah, who's cared about Deborah for so long. They date on and off. But he's like, I loved her. And so they're sitting in that room, and Quinn mentions miracles. There being miracles. And Dexter angrily goes, there are no miracles. And he storms out of the hospital room. And later on, he unplugs his sisters from the thing and then, like, lets her float on. And I think it's sad, but I think she deserved a better death. She deserved that better than staying here. So that's really great that he did that. And then he drives off into the hurricane. There are no miracles. He learned by driving to the eye of a hurricane and surviving that that there are miracles. And that's kind of beautiful that he's not killing. Maybe, you know what I mean? Like, he still had that fucking, he still has that dark passenger. He has to feed his dark passenger, in order to keep it at bay, but I don't know. I couldn't dream up. I couldn't dream up a better ending for Dexter than this one. I think this is a phenomenal ending. And a lot of people were like, that was shitty, wasn't it? I'm like, nah, not really. It could have been way worse. Could have been way fucking worse. He could have got married to fucking his fucking sister. You know what I mean? Like, they could have fucked. That would have been horrible. I'm glad that they fucking didn't get together. That's the worst part of that's what fucking ruins this show for me. It's almost perfect. It's such a great show, great writing, comedic, fucking witty, very intelligent, and then, oh yeah, your sister wants to fuck, and they don't ever address that. I don't see anyone addressing the whole point of, like, that's fucked up. She loved her brother. She didn't love her brother. The therapist fucking took advantage of her and made her love her brother. And then just fucking peaced out. They don't talk about her ever again. I think Deb, part of her brain was like, that bitch is not good for me, and stopped going there. Wow. So now I gotta type up the review for Dexter. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that soon. That's my review. Almost 30 minutes long. Tell me what you thought of Dexter. Are you pumped for the new limited series? I'm just going to count it as season 9. Okay. You guys have a good one.